hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? Big Porky here, the voice of hardcore boxing, and I hope you've subscribed as well, or we're coming to pay you a visit. Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Russie from Porky's Corner, the voice of hardcore boxing, but then again you know that, don't you? Because that's why you've tuned in. First of all, before I carry on with this interview today, I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing, leaving a comment and pressing the join button down there. It's $5.99 a month for an extra 10 videos. YouTube take 30%, but we put the money into production. We usually get about 1 or 2 videos a month out of it because we're a non-profit making channel. What we do is groundbreaking. Nobody says it like we do, and nobody daren't say it like we do. Today I'm joined by young Jake from Lewisham in South London. How are you doing, Jake?
I'm all good, Porky. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Nice to have you on. We've had a few texts over the last few months. Finally get to see you. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. Trying to enjoy this sun while it's here.
What are you doing, out for a stroll in South London?
Yeah, and I just finished the workout. I'm literally just chilling here, taking in the weather now.
Yeah, what gym do you use?
No, I'm a core guy, so bars, and I work out in the park at home. But yeah, I usually do the bar work.
Oh, but core training, eh?
Yeah. You got to increase your core strength.
Good man. You've got 5 topics you want to talk about. I believe the first one is the Billy Joe Saunders Canelo fight and aftermath and leading up to it and all that. Go on, you've got the floor's yours, Jake.
Well, firstly, like I said, I think Billy Joe is a good boxer. I don't think I have anything against him, but I feel like I said, the fights leading up to the Canelo fight was bad preparation, and it's just been a bit hot and cold for him before and lead up to it. But I could see straight away from watching the fight that he was a bit out of his depth in terms of. I felt like he was overdoing himself in the fight early on because he just maybe the occasion got to him. I think the occasion definitely got to him. But I feel like he saw Canelo's power early on and kind of knew he was in for a hard night. And I feel like Canelo was just kind of working him out, just testing the waters. And I did think he won some rounds, but a lot of people were saying they had him ahead, but I'm not too sure about that in terms of that. Because if it got stopped in the 8th, I can't see out of them 8 rounds how he won. I think so. A lot of people said they had him. I think it was 4. Someone said 6-2 to him. I heard some people saying something silly like 6. He won 6 rounds, which I think is a bit silly. I didn't see him winning that by that much. But in terms of the quit thing, my issue with him is what he said about Daniel Dubois, who I feel was used as a scapegoat in the media. Like, he fought on for how many rounds after his injury, and no one gave him credit for it. When Luke Campbell got knocked down with a body shot and said he didn't want anymore, did anyone say he's a quitter? No, they didn't. But Daniel was apparently a quitter that fought on with a bad eye, and he quit. So for me, it's just selective preferences in the media, which I don't really like. And I feel like what's going on with Ben Davison and Mark Tibbs and Saunders is a circus that someone just needs to set the record straight. And it's just a lot of he said nonsense going on. So yeah, I just think that's a bit silly going on right now. But in my eyes, I feel like he did quit. But there's nothing wrong with that. He's in a tough fight, but I feel like it's a pride thing maybe, and it's easier to say your corner stopped it than you quit it. But from what Mark said, he said that he didn't get no reaction from him, from what I saw. So if your fighter's not giving you a reaction, you're gonna look for your fighter's safety and wave it off, which Mark did. But I'm also confused why Ben was given instructions and he's not the main trainer. So who was the main trainer? Was it Mark or was it Ben? I don't know. But I think it will get cleared up when Billy gives his proper statement. I think that'll be when everyone can kind of see where it's at.
Well, Mark Tibbs came out last night and did a video, put it on his Twitter, and said the same things that he said in the previous 4 videos that were taken down. So Mark Tibbs' stance hasn't changed. He did go on to say that he was the head trainer, not Ben Davison, and that Ben Davison never did any work in the camp. He just turned up at the weigh-in and then Mark were told on the morning that Ben Davidson was going to be in the corner with him. So he's come out and done a video late last night, I think it was. So
yeah, I think I saw a clip of that. He did kind of looked a bit pissed off with Ben, to be honest with you. And I feel like he maybe feels like his foot was treading on a bit there.
Yeah.
In terms of but for me, ultimately it's down to Billy Joe. Billy Joe's the one that's kind of took over his authority by bringing in Ben like that. Because if you're going to bring in Ben, I think Ben should have been there throughout the camp and liaising with Mark. He should have. That's how it should have went. It shouldn't have been like last minute bringing.
2 seconds, I'm going to turn this off. That's another troll. Okay then. Way I look at it is this, right? Ben Davidson didn't do the camp with him, so why have they brought him in at a late date? Did Billy bring him in? Was Billy unsure about his performance? Did he feel that he needed to add something else to the camp? But when Mark said the tapering down for weekend, that what more could Ben Davidson add? Just reassurance or friendship? I don't get that more. I thought it were a bit silly, and I think it probably undermined Mark Tibbs. What do you think about that, Jake?
Yeah, like I said, Mark's come out and said it himself. Ben was brought in on fight week, which I think is a bit strange. I think it's very strange. I don't get it, but it makes me think maybe did Billy Joe not trust Mark? I don't know, but I know Mark and his dad did quite a good job for Billy leading up to his world title. So I don't understand why he wouldn't trust him. But just a bit strange for me. Just a bit strange.
What did you think about the Daniel DeBar comments from Billy Joe Saunders after Daniel had his fight with Joe Joyce?
Like I said, I've only seen people showing me now what he was saying about Daniel, but I feel like it was a bit wrong because, like I said, he's not been in that situation until now. So for him to say that Daniel quit, and like I said, Daniel didn't quit straight away. A lot of people are forgetting that he fought on for 3-4 rounds of that injury, and for me, you can't say he quit. He saved himself for another day. And like I said, I saw the comments. I was shocked. I didn't know Billy Joe said that until recently.
Yeah. What do you think about all the people not coming out and commenting? You know, your Tony Bellew, Matthew Macklin, Johnny Nelson, Spencer Oliver, people like that, Adam Smith. They all had plenty to say when Daniel DeBar had his injury, and now that they're not saying a word. Why do you think that is?
I think it's just something in-house that they've just decided to do, where they just rather not contradict themselves from previous things they said.
Yeah.
So they're just keeping quiet's the safest thing to do.
That's a smart answer, Jake. You'll go far in boxing, you. You'll go far. You're already playing game. You're playing it a bit better than me when I'm with Dennis. I'd have been up out my seat, screaming and ranting off. Dennis would have just been sat like that saying, cool, relax. But boxing, it plays with our emotions, and we invest time in the fighters, and when they don't say it or do what we want, or the manager and the promoters, we all get up in it. And I do anyway, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. But do you think Billy Joe will retire, or do you think he'll come back, Jake?
Like I said, I'm a fan of Billy Joe's style, and I like the way he fights, but I can't see him. I hope he comes back, but I'm not sure because like I said, he got paid nicely for that fight. And but for me, there's big fights still there for him. Eubank fight, John Ryder. Yeah. There's still fights there, but I don't know if he might have the heart when you've got that injury there, and like I said, been paid how you've been paid. Maybe you might just want to call it a day and just be with your family. Yeah. But I've heard a lot of people say they don't think he's going to come back. So I don't know. What do you think, Pookie? Do you think he'll fight again?
I don't think he'll fight again. No, my friend Terry thinks he does. He thinks that the people backing him, MTK, will want to see how he is in probably a year, and that he'll fight again. Probably because they might have money invested in him. I don't know, but it's his choice, isn't it? You don't have to fight again. He's financially secure for life, and let's not take anything away from him. He's a great fighter, but I think he was very carefully matched, and I think that in the last 3.5 years since he fought David Lemieux, he'd not kicked on from that. And I think that what he's undoing, moving up in weight and not being active and changing trainers and all that, I think he put it all into a melting pot and you made a bad stew.
I agree. Because even in the weigh-in, with Canelo. I noticed he looked a bit fleshy, and I know down at middleweight he was sharper, and he was quicker, and he was a bit more, he had good
Yeah,
movement, better movement. But at super middle, I felt he was a bit ploddy on
yeah.
his feet, and yeah, I think he found it harder to get away from Canelo at super middle as well.
That's exactly what I thought. I was looking at his footwork, and I looked at his footwork against David Lemieux. It was like night and day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Night and
It
day.
was.
But all right, then moving on from Billy Joe and Canelo and his eye injury. I just want to leave you with this though. Are you surprised Billy's not done an interview since because we do have Zoom, don't we? It's 21st century. Are you surprised he hasn't done one interview with his friend Cooks?
I think he just wants time to reflect, and I think he may be being carefully advised from people in the background to just sit tight right now and don't say nothing. So I'm not surprised by that. I don't think he would have come out. Some fighters are different. Some fighters want to just come out straight away and do an interview. Some fighters just want to go and reflect. So I think with him, he doesn't want to come out and say anything that he might regret later on. So he just wants to kind of think things over. That's what I kind of think in his mindset's at.
Okay. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. What do you think about the news that's come out? They're saying it's on in Saudi, 14th of August.
I've had this debate with a lot of my close friends. I've said from the beginning that I don't think it happens next. I personally think the third fight with Wilder will happen. And I think from when he didn't fight in December, Tyson Fury, I said to myself, anyone around Tyson Fury, me personally, regardless of who's the favorite, I wouldn't if I'm around Tyson, I wouldn't tell him to get in the ring with Joshua 16 months out of the ring and you go and fight Joshua. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like deep down they know that a warm-up fight's needed. A warm-up fight's needed. So I don't think it will happen next, personally.
No? I think that Tyson Fury will fight Deontay Wilder a third time, personally.
Yeah.
Well, I could be wrong. Who do you think wins if they do fight?
What's that, Joshua Fury?
Yeah.
All depends how Fury fights. I think if Fury takes it to Joshua, how he fought Wilder, he lessens his chances of winning, me personally. Because I feel Josh is a much better inside fighter than Wilder, and he's better, quicker with his combinations. So I think if he keeps it long, his chances against Joshua are much better, and I think he wins on points, maybe a late stoppage. But like I said, it can play into Josh's hands if he tries to be a bit too aggressive, I feel.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think, Paul?
I think Tyson Fury will keep it long and try and fumble his way to a point, and that's what I think. I don't think he'll want to get involved with Joshua. Different kettle of fish to Deontay Wilder. And they say Deontay Wilder weren't 100% when he fought Fury last time, so we have to give him benefit of doubt. But I'd like to see Fury Joshua. I would like to see it. I just wanted to see him get it on that line without all these announcements about announcements. It's become boring now, hasn't it?
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that Wilder's in training, number one, and number two, the fact that Fury's been out the ring so long? Do you think that will affect his performance being out?
Yeah, of course he would. If he were a footballer, Tyson Fury, and he's out at ring 18, and he's off at football pitch 18 months, they'd be having trial games and all that before he played a Premier League game, wouldn't he, or a Champions League game? So I think it affects anybody. There's no substitute for a real thing, is there?
But what I think is the fact that him and Wilder have both been out the same amount of time. They last fought each other. It makes perfect sense for them to have that fight because no one's at a disadvantage. Really.
No, because they're both being out at the same time, and that's how Tyson will look at it because he's an historian. He'll not want to fight somebody that's active. He'll probably want to go in against a guy who's been out of the ring at the same time as him, Jake, and he knocked him out last time, and he's saying he outboxed him first time, apart from he got caught twice. But so all my money's on Fury and Joshua doing it a third time in August and not this one. That's what I think, and I think Frank Warren and Bob Arum know that the fight's always there. They'd like nothing better than to shaft Eddie Hearn this summer. Just to shaft him.
Yeah.
That's what I think. They'll roll the dice. But
so who do you think Joshua will face if it doesn't happen?
I think it'll have to be Usyk. If not, he'd be known as a coward, wouldn't he? And how could it be all roads to undisputed if he didn't fight Usyk?
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
I look at it. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he will. Yeah, I think it will be Usyk. Like can't see who else Joshua can face. I know they've got the mandatory stuff going on, so I feel like what'll be interesting if they don't fight. What happens in that Usyk fight? Because obviously the belts.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. You wanted to speak about the Sky DAZN BT carry on at the moment, and where it all leaves them if Eddie Hearn comes to UK charging 199, which he's already doing with DAZN. What are your thoughts on all that, Jake?
Um, I'm just trying to work out how the DAZN thing will work because I know for definite the price is going to go up. The price will definitely have to go up for the fans. I think they're not going to charge as little as that and have what's going on, the shows that they're putting on, the fights they're putting on. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. In terms of the Sky, I feel like it's just a bidding war right now between other promoters. I can't really see Sky and Eddie renewing. Can't see it happening.
Well, you never know. Eddie's always got something up his sleeve. Maybe he might have worked something out so he can have best of both worlds because he's a bag of tricks, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
What do you think, Jake, about Floyd Mayweather against Logan Paul? What do you think to that on Sky pay-per-view?
It's all money. It's all to do with money, ain't it? Really.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they won't watch it, but I know a lot of people are going to end up tuning in. Me personally, I don't think I'll be watching it because, like I said, I'd rather watch the highlights the next day. I don't think I could watch that. Do you know who's on the under? Is it going to be boxers on the undercard? Is it just going to be just a whole lot of mismatches?
I don't know anything about it. All I know is that that's the headline on Sky. So I'm not sure who undercard is, but it'd be interesting to see when it wants to name it.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's been named yet for an undercard. I mean, I'm surprised that they're even putting it on, but it looks like they are. So, because Adam Smith says he did his Paul Weller impression, didn't he? That's entertainment. So, bit of a line there for you from the Jam. So, okay then. Last topic you wanted to talk about. You're advising a 154-pound boxer down your way.
Yes.
You've been trying to help him out best you can, but you've not been having so much luck, have you? Probably because you're aging that, I think, young lad, aren't you?
Yeah, I just started advising him over the last year, and like I said, we've been in contact with a few people, but just a lot. Obviously, the whole COVID thing has played its part. But like I said, we bought Eddie Hearn some nice little Loro Pianas, which he liked last year. Just waiting on a call back from him. Still not got it, but as I said, I've seen a lot of fighters, last-minute fighters, getting brought in at fight camp as replacements. We've been staying ready, so we just want the call up to fight any of the 154-pounders. Kane Breaker bought him Eddie Hearn a couple Nike trainers, and he got on 3 fight camps. So we're here, Hollywood Josh. Anyone at 154, we're happy to fight.
What's his record?
13-2.
13-2.
He's, yeah, and he's a southpaw.
What's his name?
Southpaw. Hollywood Josh.
Hollywood Josh.
Yeah.
Hollywood Josh.
And he's got fights online as well.
13-2. He's a 154-pounder. And how old is he?
34.
He's 34-year-old. Right.
Southpaw.
I might be able to help you with something like that. With that. And would you be prepared to travel to, say, Sheffield and fight? Yeah, you just want
to. We told everyone we're happy to fight anywhere. We're not picky. We're not asking for big contracts. We just want to fight. He's staying ready. He's in shape. He's back training with his original trainer from his debut, his uncle, and he's just raring to go now. Just like I said, the lockdown's been good for him. He's been training properly and just got his head down. But the conversations we've been having, people, it's a lot of waiting around and false promises. So it's like really and truly, like I said, we're just ready to fight anyone, really.
Okay, I might be able to help you out. With that. I might be able to help you out with that. We'll speak after this Zoom.
Yeah.
Where do you think boxing's heading with all these YouTubers gate crashing it for big fights and do you think it's fair on all these boxers in the UK, like your friend here, Hollywood Josh, who's probably put years into sport and probably fighting for small purses, and these celebrities are just deciding that they want millions to fight so and so and so and so. Do you think that's fair on boxers?
It's harsh. It's harsh on them, but to be fair, like I said, there's a lot of promoters that, like I said, they could easily free up a few slots for the hard working fighters that are working behind closed doors. Some even working as well while training. But it's a shame that these people get the headliners. Yeah. And even I think a matchroom show I watched the other day, Craig Richards v Bivol. I bought the fight, but I was so upset when I wanted to watch the Craig fight, and he was on second on, and Campbell Hatton was third for main event. I was just thinking the order of things was poor, because someone like Craig Richards fighting for a world title, he should be at least co-main event. So I feel like in terms of that, I feel like what Triller's doing is going to be a lot more of that coming up in terms of the high bidding, and you got Snoop Dogg hosting. It's going to be a lot more of that in the future, I think. But I think it's definitely harsh on the hard working fighters.
Yeah, but sometimes life can be harsh, can't it, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay then, leave that with me. I'm going to make a few phone calls. I'm probably going to be here while about 5, but I'll be up. I'm going to send this video actually to the tech guy, and I'm going to get an intro put on it and an ending, because it's your first one. So we'll get it jazzed up and that for you, and we'll probably get this out tomorrow for you. All right. So it won't go out tonight because there's already one gone out today. This will be out tomorrow, Tuesday at some point, and leave that with me, and I'll be in touch with you at some point today regarding if it'll be a phone number or somebody or who said pass my number on to him, and I'll look you up best I can. How's that?
Yeah, cheers, Porky, man.
No problem. Listen, all the best, Jake, to you and your family, and give your dad my best. Tell him to thank you for watching. What's your dad's name?
Oh, you say, mate?
What's your dad's first name?
Ed.
Greg.
Ed.
Thank you for watching the channel, Ed. Hope you're well. Listen, you take care and have a safe journey home.
All right, cheers, folks.
You take care. Cheers, Jake. Bye bye. Right. Keep in touch. Bye. Right. You like that one, didn't you? Right. First of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me, because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com. All right. Shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep on trucking.